puppy points. We're going out doing his morning pee mail. All the critters know that this is his neighborhood. Right, buddy? Say hi to everybody. Ooh, yeah. He just wants to get petted. So, you can tell it's after Thanksgiving because the neighbors spend about $5,000 having their Christmas lights put on around their whole property. Everywhere. Not us. Right, buddy? You good? All right. Say hi. Speak. Lay down. Stand. There you go. Good boy. I took the sled and I put it out back until I gained some more parts for it. I put the forks on the Kubota and walked it out back. Sat it on some logs. And I dragged that go-kart up on the bench and ripped all the crap off of it. As you can see by the pile of sheet that's on the floor. We turned some lights on the situation. And it was rough, you know. The reason why it was rough was because at the scrap yard, you know, they just pick stuff up, the magnet or a loader or whatever, and toss them around. So that bent up all the crap that was on it. So I just pretty much stripped it down to the chassis part of it, and then went about seeing. First thing I always do on anything like this is just try to get the drivetrain part of it up and running. So that's what I did. The sprocket on the back, I was hoping I had another one. That's probably the worst thing I'm dealing with right now. You can see the teeth are sheared off in one direction. So I heated this shaft up, took it off, unbolted the sprocket, and flipped it over. It'll run for a while, but eventually that is going to fail. I had some new chain, put a new chain on it, got that part of it squared away, and then squared up this jack shaft assembly to that. And basically I'm working my way backwards. Now that I got that, I actually ended up cutting this plate off. You see it's just tacked right now, tacked. Find a position that I want it for. And then this is a different motor. That motor did not line up on the belly plate where the clutches do. So it's gonna end up having to sit right about there. And I put a belt on it and ran it through its motions, cleaned up the clutches, took them apart. That all seemed to work fine. The only thing that was an issue is the belt that I had laying around. Did I even bring them in? Thought I did. Yeah. So basically what I have on it is just a 5/8 belt, the fattest of the regular style belts. The belt setup that would have been on there is kind of unique. They're probably a third again wider than the 5/8 belts, but the 5/8 did work for me. But they're like $50, $40-50 at Tractor Supply, and that belt was $11, and that's what this thing is going with. But the clutches worked good with it. It goes to idle, and it's not driving anything. When then you hit it, it does. The top clutch closes up, and the bottom one opens up as you go through the RPM range. The motor I was going to use was the one off of that snowblower, that orange snowblower with the hard tires on it, but there was no hole in the center shaft to bolt the clutch on. That's how these attach, and there's a keyway inside. So I went out to my hoard out back where I got a couple of motor stash, and there was this 6-horse Honda. A Honda just pulled in the driveway. Briggs & Stratton motor, and fired that up. It ran good, so I said I'll go use that. And I believe that was off of I want to say it was a pressure washer, but it idles and it has all those circuits on it, so that'll work out well. Put tires on it. It needed tires, and boy, that was the hardest job of the whole thing, was getting. It's a set of split rims, but the rims are so rusty on the inside I couldn't get the tires off the rim. So I went out back and I had another set. They already on and done, but you probably spent an hour per tire to get those suckers on there. I actually had to, and they had a tube on them, so I was trying to save the tubes. But to give you an idea, basically I had to chisel them in one spot to get the bead to cut. You can see it on both of them there, that one and that one. That's why I ended up taking a chisel, putting it right down the center of it, and breaking the cords so that the tire can get a little bit larger and finally come off. I actually had it stuck Basically the rims look like this, and I was trying to get it to pop off the bead. This is a tubeless rim. The tube rims are level all the way across, so where the rim splits is where you got to bring it all the way down to get it off. So I figured I had a good idea, so I'll take it and stick it in the press, and I'll press the sucker right out. It's actually on the other side. I actually stuck it in the arbor press. I figured I'll just push it and it'll push the tire right off. It ended up getting pushed right down into there, and the tire was stuck all the way around. And it was a bit of fun trying to get that apart, let's just say. And you know, the thought was there, but it didn't work. So enough of my gabbing. What I'm gonna do now is take the plasma cutter, make myself up a plate, another plate. I'm gonna leave this one where it is, just because of where I would have to cut into it here, and it's welded on in so many places that I would fatigue the frame, and it just wouldn't be worth trying to cut that plate out. So I'm just gonna make another one and probably come up about an inch and bring it over so that it sits probably right about here, something like that. Nice steering wheel, huh? I think I have another one of those out back. And you can kind of see the whole thing is kitty wampus to one side, so I got to bend that and straighten it back out too. Alright guys, I figured I'd make just a quick little video showing the in progress part of it. And hopefully by the end of today it'll be up and running as a go-kart and moving on its own power. So stay tuned. Again, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Take care.